Alright, welcome back to the Mad County Build Series, and today's show is going to be about the rough-in plumbing for the house here. And back when I was getting ready to pour the slab and everything, I did all the rough-in plumbing under the concrete. I'll leave a link up at the top of the screen right now to that video, but this is everything above the concrete. So basically, I'm going to go through how I install the rough-in plumbing. So if you remember, I have 3 4-inch main trunks that feed the main line that goes out to the septic tank. And I put 3 in because I wanted 1 between each set of posts. So upstairs, I wouldn't have any problem getting my drains to where I need to go. So I got this trunk all finished. So this main trunk comes up. This extends and keeps going all the way up into the attic, which will be my main vent. So this last one, which is the furthest one away from the tank, I'm going to leave the 4-inch all the way up, and that's going to go out into the roof and be my main vent. And I'll explain more of that when we get there. Here, I got a Y. It's a 3-inch, comes up, goes along, and it's going to drain the guest bathroom. So what I do is I use 2x4s to support that, and then I use strapping to secure it, and that way I can make sure my angle keeps going up. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see this one, the 2x4 sits a little bit higher up, and that main 3-inch goes to the toilet. And then you can see I have a vent coming off, and that's actually going to be a wet vent. Goes up into the attic, but it will also drain the sink. So there's a vent that'll go up for the vent for both the sink and the toilet. And then the shower comes off this 3-inch pipe. Vent goes up all the way up into the attic. And it's, as you can see, there's the trap for the tub shower. So the vent is always after the trap. So you can see this main trunk's all done, except for right there. I gotta wait for my, I thought I had them, but I ordered my tub shower drain stuff. So that should be here today. And then this whole trunk will be done. But it actually turns out really nice and clean. You need to check with whatever kind of joist you have. You have to read the manufacturer's instructions and see what your code allows for drilling holes in. I'm allowed to drill a big enough hole in my I-joist to get this across here and into my main trunk. Now I could have ran it all the way down, but if you look here, I have written where I'm going to have HVAC supplies and returns, so I didn't want anything cutting through those bays. So now we got this one all done pretty much. We're going to move over. There's the girls' bathroom is right above me, and then down there is my boys' bathroom. So I'm going to be working on that. And what you want to do is you want to start with your main trunk, and you want to build off that and work towards your bathroom. That will help you with getting everything hooked up without having 2 ends where you can't get a piece of pipe in there. So I build off my main trunk and I work back to the bathrooms if at all possible. So you can see I got my toilet stubbed out right there. It's not fastened or anything, but I just need to know where it is. Now I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to drill the holes for the vents for the 2 vanities and the showers. So I know where those are going to come out, and then I can come up with a plan on how to get them all hooked up. So a lot of times when I'm framing it, I know where things are going to go. Like I got a PV here for plumbing vent. I know this bay is all clear, so my vent can go all the way up through the top. And then I'll have an outlet here, drain for my sink. So I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole right here. I'm going to keep it close to this stud. And then that'll be close enough to the center of this wall that my sink drain can come down and go right into there. And I typically put the center of my drain at 18 inches from the bottom of the floor. That is typically good for everything except for maybe kitchen, like sinks. If you have a really deep sink, you'll just have to check with the manufacturer's instructions on how high your vent or your drain needs to be. So we're going to go ahead and drill this out here. So we got our hole here. I have drain here, and then the 2-inch will extend all the way up and pop up into the attic, and then I'll connect all those to that main 4-inch pipe that's right over there that goes out the roof, whatever you want to say. So I'm going to do one of these on the other side, and then I'm going to do a toilet one right in line with the toilet, and then I got to do one for the shower over there. Alright, all the holes are drilled, so now we'll just do one main trunk line with you guys and show you how I do it. So there's the main 4-inch trunk. So straight up, it's going to come up through there and it's going to go to the far bathroom, shower, half of this bathroom, the shower and vanity. But then it Y's off, comes over, and then this is going to be the main trunk going down through here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to work from here that way. One fitting first that's like right here, and that's going to branch off for my 2-inch. So we'll go to there, and then to there, and then to there. So here we go. One thing you really need to do, especially if you got your concrete's going to be your finished floor, is put something down to catch the primer and the glue, because you are going to get that stuff all over. I use clear primer just so if I drop any and it happens to get on the floor, it's not going to stain as bad as if you have purple primer. So, alright, so here's the first fitting. This is going to sit just like that up there. This drain will go to my sink and washing machine, and then it'll drop into this 3-inch pipe. So we're going to go ahead and get that where I want it and measure for our first 3-inch piece. So if you guys glue this fitting on first, you want to do a dry fit. So I've got that placed where I want it coming off, like as far as height wise. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to mark, put a mark here, and mark here, so I know when I glue this on that I'm going to be in line, and that's going to go right back to where it should be. The last thing you want to do is glue that in there and then have it facing down too much. So I know that sounds kind of goofy, but this stuff doesn't take long to dry and you can't move it. So save yourself a little trouble, just go ahead and mark, and then all you have to worry about is right here lining up these marks. Alright, now that I got that in there, I'm going to go ahead and get my first support in there, and all I'm going to use is a 2x4 that I cut to fit in there. so I got that in there. Got the sport on there. I'll strap it in once I get the toilet done. So the next part I'm going to do is I'm going to get my next fitting where the vent's going to go up and measure that distance right there. Got the main pipe over there. That vent will keep going up. We offshot across here. There's a nice angle there. Comes up. Wide off for a sink and washing machine. And then we come up to here. We're going up through with a vent. And then the toilet's right here. So this will serve as the toilet vent right here. So we'll go up and hook that up right now. I'll put a brace under here to hold it, so when I push the pipe in, that won't move. Just use that strap to help hold it in place. Alright, we're upstairs now. There's where the toilet's going to be. And then here's that last fitting that I put on. So the vent will come up right through there. As you see, that's nice and centered. So I just got to drop a 2-inch pipe in through there and pop it up into the attic, kind of like those all are. And then they'll all get tied together. And I'm going to use that 4-inch pipe as my main vent going out, so they'll all get tied into that. And then I'll only have one roof penetration, and it'll be on the back side of the house. Alright, now we can move on to the toilet part. And I like to get these ones that have a 45 on them, and then I just put another 45 fitting on it to level it off. So that will sit in there just like so. Problem is you can't fasten it in until you get it all glued together, because you wouldn't be able to get the pipe in. So we're just going to set it in there for now and go down stairs and get that all ready. Alright, so there's the toilet fitting. So you can see the hole. It's just going to 45. I can slide that up, and that way I get plenty. I know I'm getting plenty of height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. And then once I get it glued on, I will measure for this piece, get that piece glued in, and then I'll be able to slip this on like so. Alright guys, this last part is the trickiest right here, where you need to leave this so it's flexible a little bit, so you can move this whole trunk a little bit. But then it would really be helpful if you had somebody upstairs. I did the last one by myself, was able to get it, but my wife's here, so I'm going to have her go up there. I'm going to get this all glued in here and here, and then I'll have her help push down, make sure that's set flat up there. So I'm going to go get her, and then we'll get this last little piece in here. Alright guys, we're going to do this last piece, which is the most difficult one. But I have a helper today, my wife. who's upstairs, and her job is to simply push when I tell her to push. You haven't heard that before, have you? All right, I'm gonna pull it back just a little like that so I can get glue. I want you to push. All right, went pretty easy. That went real easy. Is it flat? All right, so this main 3-inch, that's the offshoot for sink and washing machine, vent, and then that's the toilet. So that's all done. So I'm just going to re-secure my strap here. We'll be good to go. All right, so I got that popped through my joist, and I got this next piece cut. It's not glued in yet, but got that glued in. Got my 45, so that comes off at a 45, so a 45 turns it back straight. And then this is going to actually pop up through the floor to drain one of the vanities in the girls' bathroom. So I use a Y and a 45, and that way you get good directional flow, and that's what you're supposed to use. So I got that ready. That's glued in. That will go on the end of this pipe. So I'll glue this in, get it supported, and then we'll glue this on and pop it up through the floor. And then we only have one more piece of pipe to put in and 90 up, and that will be for the washing machine. So once we get these two things in, we go upstairs. We can do the trap for the washing machine, get that all hooked up, and put these 2 vents up, and then this trunk will be all done. So that means I only have one more main trunk to do, and I'm super excited about that.
Now we'll try to work this up into place. It's got to go in there. There. Back this way. Right there. So how I got to the length of this pipe is I measured from the end of my last fitting to here, and I got 76 inches. Then I held my fitting that goes up 90s up through the floor to long turn elbow, because it's going to be a drain. And I measured to here and got 17 3/4, and in between was 6 1/4, which gets me to 100 inches. I have to add 1.5 inches because the pipe slides in 3/4 of an inch on both ends. That's 1.5 inches. So 101.5. So now I can test fit this. So I got it in there. And I got a nice slope all the way down. And I start at the low end, and I just work my way up with these braces, making sure I go up the desired amount. So I have good slope all the way along this. Now I'm just grab the other side. Pull it down. And just cut it off. And that holds it from side to side. I mean, that's solid.
So I mark up from the floor 18 inches, and that's the center of my sanitary tee. And then that's where my sink drain will go into. My fitting that I poked up through the floor is right there. And primed. That on there. electric seats. Back and forth. Pops up into the attic where I can tie them all together. Alright everyone, thanks for watching that video. Hopefully that will be informational for somebody who wants to try to do their own plumbing. Like I've said before in other videos, the way I do things isn't the only way to do it, but this is how I've found that it works good for me. So like I said, the best way I found to do it is to start at your main drain and work back to your kitchen, back to your bathroom, or whatever you're trying to drain. It helps with getting everything lined up and put together easily and properly. But this week's been pretty awesome. We've gotten, I think, almost 3 inches of rain so far. We got 2 more days of chances, and then it's going to be followed up by 7 to 10 days of mid-70s and sunny, so that grass should get going. So again, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.